What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your Coach Renz, and I want to thank you for subscribing to the channel. I want to thank everyone who supports the channel through Patreon, and everyone who supports by ordering from Uncle Renz Popcorn. Thank you very, very much. And all my coaching clients, I appreciate you guys tremendously. And I do want to give a special shout out to the gentleman. I'm not going to say his name because we didn't discuss it, but he just sent me a message and gifted me a financial reward, and I just want to say thank you. That's never happened before, and I greatly appreciate it. It's not because of what it is, it's the thought and the energy that was put behind it, and I just truly thank him for it. So today we're going to take a few minutes to discuss the all, God, creator, whatever you want to call it, infinite mind, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever you call it. We're going to discuss it for just a second in reference to the fact of earlier I was reading the Tao earlier this week, and then I'm reading the Kabbalion. And while I'm reading the Kabbalion, the idea of the all came to mind as I was reading verse 14 of the Tao. And if you have watched this channel before, then you know that we talk about the 360 degrees of the person. We talk about your health, your wealth. We also talk about your relationships and your spiritual relationships. So it is not that I am trying to conform anybody to any religion. Whatever your religion is, that is for you. That is your pathway. And as I heard a wise man say today, who is of the Christian doctrine, he said, do not become angry at the way that someone else comes to God. Now, of course, he has his mindset of what God is. He has his mindset of what the path is and what the ending result is. But take that further to say that do not become angry because someone finds spirituality differently than you. Whether it's through atheism or through Buddhism or through Hinduism or through Christianity or through Judaism or through Islam, whatever the process, whether it's through enlightenment or however their methodology, the question is this always: are they inhibiting you from your form of worship? Are they inhibiting you from possessing whatever you possess? Are they inhibiting you from your freedom of travel? Are they inhibiting you from your ability to eat, to clothe yourselves, to have a roof over your head? If they are not taking away your civil liberties, then allow them to believe how they believe. Allow them to practice how they practice. Respect however they do it, because it is not for you to determine. If something is a hindrance to them, is hurtful to them, all you can do is plant a seed and allow that to germinate and grow. If you are the one who will grow it, if they come to you and they want to continue, then be that for them. But forcing someone, degrading someone, insisting upon someone, it is not the love that you claim that you have. So let people be. Let them be. So what was verse 14 saying? I am going to do some reading, which I don't do that often. So verse 14 of the Tao, it states, eyes look, but cannot see. Ears listen, but cannot hear. Hands grasp, but cannot touch it. Beyond the senses lies the great unity. Invisible, inaudible, intangible. Just that alone should be enough. That beyond the senses lies the great unity. The great disunity among man is the fact that we are only looking at what we can see, what we can hear, what our hands can touch. And we look at those things and think that that is the substantial reality. And as the Kabbalion says, the substantial reality is all that is in existence. All that there is, all that they're saying should be. Substance meaning that which underlies all outward manifestations. The essence of essential reality. The thing in itself. Substantial means actually existing, being the essential element, being real. Reality means the state of being, real, true, enduring, valid, fixed, permanent, and actual. If we look at any religion, no religion has been fixed. No religion has been permanent. The only thing that has been permanent is the existence of the all. The understanding of the all has not been. But let's continue with verse 14 of the Tao. What rises up appears bright. What settles down appears dark. Yet there is neither darkness nor light, just an unbroken dance of shadows. From nothingness to fullness, and back again to nothingness. This formless form, this imageless image, cannot be grasped by the mind or might. Try to face it. In what place will you stand? Try to follow it. In what place will you go? Know that which is beyond all beginnings, and you will know everything here and now. Know everything in the moment, and you will know the eternal Tao. We try to put a point, put a pin in it, try to form it into what makes sense for us. Try to form it in what our senses can understand, what we can hear, taste, smell, see, what we know as tangible, the tangible reality. Not understanding that to know the all, or in this case the Tao, which is the eternal, is just the Tao meaning the way. Knowing that, meaning that you have to go beyond your senses, go beyond your sensibilities, go beyond what you have accepted or have been taught, and say what truly must be the all, what truly can be the fullness of understanding the Creator. We like to call it deity, we may call it energy, we may call it matter, but deity, energy, matter, they fail in comparison and fall apart when a simple three-step argument can be brought to bear concerning what is the all. What is it? So, but before we go there, the all is the term that I prefer to use. It's the Hermetic term that is very widely used. It is the inner nature of the all is unknowable. That's one first thing. It is unknowable and must be so, for not by the all itself can comprehend its own nature and being. Only the all can comprehend its full nature. It is an impossibility for the finite mind of man to comprehend the infinite mind of the all. Hence, when we try to capture it by our senses, by our logic, it fails in comparison. It falls apart because it is beyond that. It is beyond that understanding. Inquiries travel around and around in the labyrinth of thought until he is lost to all sane reasoning, actions, or conduct, and is utterly unfitted for the work of life. Think about it. We go around and around trying to convince and trying to determine what the all is. And in many cases, wars have started because we have argued about what God is. We have people who will blow themselves up saying that they are doing it for God. We have people who will beat you, who will verbally abuse you for God. Those who will take your character and smash it into the ground for God. Those who will enslave you for God. Those who will murder you and call your punishments of sin to be stonings and things of that nature for God. These are not within the all. This is the loss of sane reasoning and action and conduct, because we are justifying our cultural biases in the name of God in order for us to elevate what we have conceived and what we determine God is. And he says, and in here it says, and still, and this is the Kabbalion, and still the more presumptuous are those who attempt to ascribe to the all the personalities, qualities, properties, characteristics, and attributes of themselves, ascribing to the all the human emotions, feelings, and characteristics, even down to the pettiest qualities of mankind, such as jealousy, susceptibility to flattery and praise, desiring for offerings and worship, and all the other survivals from the days of the childhood of the race. Such ideas are not worthy of grown men and women and are rapidly being discarded. Think about it. The all has everything. What does it need of you? It has no need of you. The all does not need you, nor does it need your praise. Why would the all need your praise? If it needed your praise, then it would not be the all. If it needed you to follow it, it would not be the all. If it needed you to give to it, it would not be the all. Some will then say, well, those things are done so that the all will know that we are following it and we are therefore qualified. But the all knows all, is all. Why would it need to test you to see that if you do? But there is where free will comes in. But even with free will, since the all is beyond time and space, it would already know the answer to your free will. Therefore, the all does not need these attributes of man. The all is jealous. The all is angry. Why would the all fluctuate between the light and the dark? The all is just all, nothing in between. So that idea falls flat on its face in trying to ascribe itself to what the all is. The all goes beyond our attempt to make it into a religion, or even to make it into a philosophy or theology. The all is simply beyond that understanding of man. It is completely unknowable. And there are three things to consider when considering the all. One, the all must be all that reality is. There can be nothing existing outside of the all, else the all would not be the all. If anything existed outside of the all, it could not be. Therefore, whatever you ascribe to, if there is something that cannot be within the presence of the all, then it cannot be the all, because nothing is outside of it. Nothing is separate from it. That it is all encompassing. Now, how that affects your sensibilities may differ from your doctrines, but understanding that there is something outside of the all would mean that there is something that the all does not have dominion over. So the all must have dominion over everything. Whatever we call good, whatever we call bad, and everything in between. What is good, what is holy, and what is evil, and everything in between. Number two, the all must be infinite. It can never not be. It cannot be otherwise than continuous in space without break, cessation, separation, or interruption. It is subject to no other power, for there is no other power. So the all cannot be separate. It cannot separate the all. As a child, I was taught that the all separated itself and that everything is the physical matter creation from the all. But if the lamp was the all, then it would know that is the all. Then the all can never not know itself. So therefore, everything cannot be from the all, be a part of the all. So the all must be all encompassing, because the all is all encompassing, never separated from itself. So all that is matter must be something different, and we'll tell you in a minute. The third part, the all is immutable and not subject to change in its real nature. It cannot be added to nor subtracted from, increased or diminished. The all, there is never been, is or now, and never will be anything else into which it can change. Meaning the all must always be itself. It cannot be anything different. It cannot change it from one form to another form. It cannot change from one doctrine to the next doctrine to the next doctrine. It cannot change from one religion to another religion to another religion. These are man's mechanisms. These are man's understanding. These are man's changes based on how we conduct ourselves and live. At one point, the all can be this creator that's all involved, and then all of a sudden it's not involved. It could be this super angry, and then all of a sudden it's super nice. No, the all is always itself, never changing, never being anything different. For all time and space, it is always itself. It cannot be added to nor subtracted from. It cannot be a piece over here or a piece over there. It cannot forget itself. So what is the all? What is the all? The all is life and mind. Life and mind in all their varying degrees of unfoldment. The all is infinite intelligence. As it says in Kabbalion, the answer is living mind, as far above that which mortals know by the words. Meaning it's beyond just the word living mind. We say living mind, but it does not we don't fully conceptualize it. As life and mind are higher than mechanical forces or matter, infinite living mind is compared to infinite life and mind. We mean that which is lun, souls, mean that when they fervently pronounce the word spirit, the all is infinite living mind. The infinite, the lun, call it spirit. Basically, the all is a living embodiment of mind. we think our mind is in our brain, our consciousness is in our brain, but our consciousness dwells outside of our brain. We do not know where the electricity in our body comes from. We do not understand that full spark. In the same way, we may call that spirit. The infinite living mind, we would call that spirit, is beyond what our mental mechanisms, our mental thoughts can be. So it is far beyond it, far greater than it. It is all power. So there is no power by God and power by the devil. There is just power of the all. That's it. No power outside of it. What we call good and evil are based on how we look at things on a polarity scale, on the scale. This is why the Tao says, what rises up appears bright, what settles down appears dark. Yet there is neither darkness nor light, just an unbroken dance of shadows from nothingness to fullness, and back again into nothingness. The formless form, the imagineless image, nothing. Imagineless image cannot be grasped by mind or might. Try to face it. In which place will you stand? Try to follow it. In which place will you go? We can search. We can claim. We can say this is it. But until we let go and realize that the all is infinite living mind, and that we all exist in the mental universe of the all. This matter that we are is the infinite. It's the thoughts, the infinite thoughts of the all. We cannot be made from the material of the all. Therefore, if we were, we would know that we are the all. The lamp would know it is the all. The bug, the worm would know that it is the all. Therefore, we can only be the mental projection of the all. In the same way that you dream, in the same way that you can sit and conjure up an entire world in your mind right now. They live in your mind, but yet they are not you. They are not you. They are not made from you. Just the matter of your thoughts. Imagine if you had the power to make your thoughts into a mental reality, physical reality, then that would be the all. That is our existence in the mental universe. Is it the Matrix? Is it a program that's ran by aliens and all that? Is it we are the mental, that all in the universe is the mental projection of the all materialized in this form of matter? That is it. That is it. So do not be angry at others. Walk your path. Know your path. And as the Tao said, know that which is beyond all beginnings, and you will know everything here and now. Know everything in the moment, in this moment, and you will know the eternal Tao. Once you understand the way of the eternal Tao and the way to live, then you will understand how you function in this beautiful mental universe and how to use the powers that have been given to you to be able to manifest all that you desire in this mental creation. To be able to have your happiness, to be able to have great health, to be able to build your wealth, to be able to build your spirituality, and to be able to build your relationships between yourself, between your creator, between everyone that you allow into your life, your inner circle. So y'all have a great day. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Continue to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts of your Patreon. Thank you for your direct gift. Thank you for ordering from Uncle Ren's Popcorn and for allowing me the privilege of coaching some of you. Have a great day. Good journey. Good vibrations. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is not negotiable.